How's it going, guys? It's the Peruvian trucker back with another video. I'm coming at you from the Pittston terminal. I'm finally here to get my training classes in so I can start training, but that's going to be a separate video. I keep pushing that topic. Every once in a while I'll make a video where I give some updates, basically what's going on in my personal life, how trucking is affecting my finances, my goals, where I'm headed, and what I intend to accomplish through trucking. And this is one of those videos. It's long overdue. There's been a lot of stuff going on through May, June, July that I've been wanting to address, but I really needed to go through the motions and sort out my thoughts and some of the stuff to figure out what's next for me. And yeah, we're going to talk about it on this video, so let's get to it. Okay guys, so I rarely know where to start when I make pretty much any of my videos. There's a lot of stuff that goes on behind the scenes that warrants its own video, or that it's not important to address in a particular moment. I have to choose what to talk about in each moment. But one thing that I've been wanting to share for a long time that I don't think that doesn't get addressed enough or talked about enough is how when you are mildly successful, you know, like in my situation, I'm clearing a bunch of debt, I'm making this money that I'm really excited about with the potential that it has. You know, when you start walking the right path financially towards your goal, saving money, building up your savings, so many doors open without you even trying. You know, there's so many possibilities because you have all this money that you didn't have before, and you're trying to figure out what's the best path for you to grow it, or for you to like keep the ball rolling. And from my experience, that's been great because I've been advancing on, you know, clearing my debt, but at the same time has been, I don't want to say stressful, emotionally taxing for me, because I overthink stuff and I get very anxious. And again, I don't want to brag about my situation, but because of where I find myself, there's so many options and possibilities that I almost get overwhelmed by them. And with that being said, we're going to go back to November. If you guys have been following my videos, you know that back in November of 2022, I was setting up to buy my truck, order my lease purchase truck. I had some money saved up, and Success Leasing had just started taking orders again, so I was looking into it. After considering my options, talking to Lyle from No Hippie Trucking, some friends, my dad for advice, try to get a lot of input on what's the best course of action, what's the best path to take, I realized and decided that it was best for me to stay in my lease truck through the winter, experience my first winter in my lease truck, rather than diving into a lease purchase truck without having fully experienced a winter by myself. Yeah, I mean, it was basically my first winter ever. Now looking back, it was a great winter. I got out of it unscathed, if that's a positive. I mean, it's definitely a positive for sure. You know, as I sit here now, I wish I would have done lease purchase back then, because I would have been ahead. But at the same time, I know why I took the decision or made the decision that I made back then, and I don't regret it because, you know, it was the best decision for me at that time. Because I decided to just stay on my lease truck instead of lease purchase, I ended up repurposing the money that I had saved up towards clearing some debt while I gained more experience before diving into lease purchase. So we fast forward to April 2023, this past April. I went to Costa Rica in March, then I had some home time in April for my birthday. Around April 7th, I went back on the road and started my 30-week challenge. Basically, based on the money that I had been making in the weeks or months prior to that home time, I did the math and I started my 30-week challenge with the intention that if I stayed out for 30 weeks and I committed to saving all that money and purposing it towards the debt, I would be debt-free by the time that was over. And of course, you guys know what happened after. The market has been pretty bad through late April, May. I didn't make the money that I was expecting. Still making money, but getting by money, not money to advance on that goal. Still no harm, no foul. It is part of the job. I was just saving that money to the side, and I basically throughout May, I started to repurpose or change my goals a little bit. Since I didn't know that I was going to be able to clear my debt, I was like, you know what, I should maybe get my lease purchase truck. And by the time I complete the 30-week challenge in November, I can pick up that truck and, you know, surprise everybody. Basically not tell my family. And when I go home for Thanksgiving, hopefully if I order the truck now, like this is in May, right? If I order the truck now, I'll be ready by November. I can just go to Springfield, keep it under wraps, and it'll be a great reveal for YouTube, great reveal to surprise my family, make them happy in Thanksgiving. I'm gonna be happy because I have my truck, etc. And that's what I was leaning towards in May. And honestly, there were two things that stopped me from doing that. I couldn't pick out the color for my truck, and also Success Leasing, the option for air ride or air suspension on the Freightliner was not available on the website to order. And I messaged Success Leasing weekly through late May and June, trying to figure out when they were going to bring the air ride or airbag suspension back for the Freightliner so I could order my truck. And they never, they replied, but they didn't have an ETA. So I'm still waiting for this to happen so I can make my order. And we fast forward to June. So I got backed into in June, and if you watch my video from getting backed into, I was very clear then. I was in a great spot to get backed into, financially. I mean, not in a great spot, no pun intended, I guess. It was a bad spot because I got backed into, but you know, I mentioned in that video how I was doing so well financially to where the fact that I got backed into and I had to go to Springfield didn't faze me. I wasn't happy about it, but I was okay with it. What I didn't mention in that video is that I was okay with it also because I was going to get to go to Springfield and check out the trucks that they have available. I was actually excited to go to the terminal because I was going to be able to go to the yard and compare the Freightliner to the Peterbilt, yada yada yada. How's it going, guys? It's the Peruvian Trucker back with another video. It's after hours. It's like 7 o'clock on the dot, actually. And I'm out here in the Success Leasing new truck parking because I'm trying to figure out what color I want to get for my truck. I'm out at the terminal. I'm here at the terminal because My truck got hit in Georgia a couple days ago, and I've been wanting to have a reason to stop by a terminal to just go through the trucks and sort out the color that I want. But this wasn't the reason why I wanted to be here. So, yeah. So for example, this green is really nice. It's like a midnight green, I guess. The other reason why I'm doing this is because I contacted Success Leasing and asked if they could send me pictures of the truck colors so I could get an idea, and they recommended for me to just, you know, take a picture of a prime truck that I would like the color on, and get the truck number so they can match it. So here we are. Long story short, Freightliner is still better, and that's a hill that I'm willing to die on. So what do you say, man? Sold on Peterbilt? And basically, I was still on track to order my truck as soon as I figured out the color and the air suspension option was available, regardless of the fact that I was down for a week between going to Springfield to get the truck fixed and having the truck fixed. But something happened literally on the Friday that I was in Springfield waiting to get the truck fixed. Something happened.
One last thing.
Go ahead.
I can take my truck to Bay 21. You can put a camera in there today. I'll volunteer it.
I'm going to introduce him as one of the very first folks testing some inward-facing technology in their vehicle. Good morning.
Hey, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to say I love it. Man, that thing is smart. Knows if your seatbelt ain't on right, if you touch your phone, that thing's really smart. But
I wasn't entirely happy because not only it put my idea of ordering my lease purchase truck into question, but also, they didn't give any information. I didn't know what to expect. Is this going to be something that can potentially affect my livelihood, my potential to make money? How is the camera situation going to work? Weeks after that, they came out and specified that it's not a camera, it's an AI system, which, came with another set of questions that are still unanswered. That happened. So, because there were a lot of questions unanswered regarding how the camera situation because there's still a lot of uncertainty when it comes to the camera situation. I haven't felt 100% comfortable on ordering my truck because I don't want to invest all this money when something as silly as I don't know what on the camera can have the potential of me losing my investment. So the next best thing came into question, which was maybe looking into training. And that's basically where we are. Through late June and July, I've been thinking a lot about training, not necessarily doing a lot of research, but Jim C has released a lot of content regarding his training, and that was kind of reassuring because I feel like me personally, I'm in a good situation or in a good position to take that risk and potentially still come out unscathed if it doesn't work out. But there's been a lot of mixed reviews. There's a lot of people that claim that there's no money to be made in training. Jim C talked about how he can get out of the hole fairly quickly because of all the money that there is to make. So I was on the fence for a couple weeks. I talked to a lot of people again, trying to figure out what was the best course of action for me, because I'm doing all right. I don't need to train. I'm making money. I'm advancing towards my goals. So I dwelled on it for a couple of weeks. I talked to friends. I talked to my dad. I talked to Truck Money VG. I sat on the idea for a while, just thinking about it. Just trying not to stay idle, you know, trying to advance towards my goals as quickly as I can. And it all came down to the fact that I'm in a good position right now to take that risk, and that, yes, there's mixed reviews on both ends. Some people say it's a good time to train or an okay time to don't. Some people say that there's still money to be made in training right now. Some people say that there isn't. But regardless, I can afford to take that risk. I can afford to try it out. And money aside and fear aside, I'm also looking forward to I didn't get to kill that fly. Okay, so money aside or fear aside, I am still looking forward to train, to give someone the experience that I had when I was in training, the good experience. And it'd be nice also to have someone else in the truck to, you know, yeah, basically share the experience with. That's that was a big factor that pushed me into it as well. That was another factor that pushed me into it. Fucking shit. I think I got it this time. We'll see. And I gotta be honest, I don't know if training is gonna be good or is it gonna be bad. I say this all the time. It's like winning the lottery for the trainer and for the trainee. You don't know what kind of trainee you're gonna get, and the trainer doesn't know what kind of trainer he's gonna get, he or she's gonna get. So, you know, I'm putting myself out there. I'm opening myself up for that experience, and we will see how it goes. I have some thoughts that I want to really dive into when it comes to the experience and what I expect, because of me knowing how I am and my vulnerability when it comes to training or dealing with other people. But I'll address those in a training. That's what I want to talk about in that training specific video, which will hopefully be the next one. I want to thank you guys for watching. I am still advancing towards my financial goals. They're just taking the back seat for now because I have to figure out which is the most efficient path for me to get to them. So let me know what you guys think. Comment below. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day and that you have a great week. And I will catch you on the next one. Thank you for watching.